here time and time again. We know on this T side they love the A executes. They love that sort of slow play, keep things going at a very slow pace, and they pick up the pace with the executes, and now they're picking up the pace with this B hit, and there's no CTs here to contest them at all, really. It's just...
SAO in the shop. He's got his groceries in his backpack, but they're going to need to start picking up the round. First frag will be found as Rox will buckle down, and you are in to a 5 versus 4. David at the back of the site playing towards bench, holding his angle, waiting for the push. Delboni starting to create space, and here comes the bombardment towards L block. David goes down. Ooh, DGT does hit one with the Glock, but it's all going wrong, and it's just up to Max. Can't quite pull it over.
Lost their T-pistol this time around, so they're not going to build up to that big early lead. And how are they going to respond now? Because they are going to be fighting from behind. We do see the force spy come out. Hero AK for the side of DGT, he came up massive yesterday.
Oh yeah, he was a gigantic impact fragger, but right now it's David that's slapping them up with the SMG. Will be sideswiped on the repeat from CSGO, but Rox has got a Tech 9 and he's causing trouble at B.
They're going to be able to get this bomb planted. They haven't put it down yet, but all three of them are inside of the site. The flank is coming in from Dinoco as well. They do have eyes on it. You can see it hasn't come in very quickly, so they are aware of it. Putting him down to just 12 HP as the retake is starting to come in now. They were waiting for the flank, and now it's here.
Dinoco, got to be a def dealer, but Showtime, he'll kick it off with 2 frags of his own. Easy line up onto Rox, and the retakes work perfectly. That'll
be just setting up for A. This time, they want to go up short. They get into ladder. They have DGT leading the charge as 3 of them are pushing up short. There's 2 CTs here inside of the site. Rotations aren't in. Smokes inside of the site are going to do well. Lots of damage being found, spamming through. CSGO finds the first onto Max. Flicks over. Damage done by Delboni. Eventually found from CSGO. Trades come in from Lucan and Rox. Showtime's here finally on the rotation. And the op from ZQK rings out. So now it's 1 versus 3. Trades galore inside of the site. 28 seconds remaining. Rox grabs that bomb. Going to try to get it down. Does.
There is a flank, and that'll be Dinoco. He's walking his way up behind. Rox in a good position to play out this round, though. If they give him the 1v1s, it could work wonderfully for him. 2 players coming up short. That'll be the peak of the AWP first for contact. He's trying to get into shop. He's heard the AWP shot. Suspicious about where they're pushing from. Tried to flick on top of the... Just the one swan. But he is going in quite aggressively. Problem is, Max has been popped through the smoke, and here's the aggression towards A. Good flick from Rox, knows there's another player towards triple as well, but he's got a double down. David will do the damage as Showtime goes lights out. And that's the bomb being planted. ZQK, fast on the aggression towards CT. Misses the opening shot, but CSGO's there to peek off his contact. Now you've got a 3v3 retake on your hands. They do have kits. They do have the smoke, flash, and molly combo. Towards middle, though, it's Lucan with a hurty-verty. Flicks up, headshot onto Delboni. And ZQK back at CT. He's just got to run away.
Yeah, they have him trapped now. Lucan's pushed into jungle, so he's completely stuck here in CT spawn. 9 hit, they just go out Palace. And we didn't see a whole lot of that from them, and that's that tactical diversity Max was talking about. ZQK can't land the shot. 9Z pick up their second, and you know...
Much that he can do, so he's just going to play in the lip of the window. If they go for the boost up, he will get contact. It looks like they want to try and play around this as well towards theirs. Dinoco's there with a deagle. Timing could be everything, though, as he's got the flashbang pulled. He'll jump straight through it. They still haven't detected him. He fires off the warning shots, but it's all gone wrong.
Panic from Dinoco. Absolute panic. He had such a good play. Ooh, that's bomb dropped into jungle. Flash is going to be there. Tag comes out from the scout. Rox goes down, and the bomb rushed into jungle. Didn't go towards the site. Scaled into jungle. Bomb gets dropped. It's now 2 versus 2. Showtime's on a flank. ZQK needs to not die. He got the tag. He needs to just get away. And no, he takes the wrong pathing. Tries to sneak through the vent. It's all gone wrong. Showtime's here on the flank. David turns around, and that is it.
CSGO. Seems like they're going to be boosting back up over towards Tetris. That's the first face. That's the headshot. Showtime falls, and the USP's doing small bits of damage.
It's crazy how these teams know each other so well. You know, I've been a Palace lurker for a while, back in my day. I don't think I've ever sat there and posted on that angle for that long. He was just waiting for them to boost up. He's like, "Yeah, come on, do it. Yo, jump on it. Yeah, go on, come on, show it." And now he's waiting for the Palace flank. Well, the dink though, look at him. He's running out of there. He's trying to get away. His teammate's trying to help him. He ends up getting shot in the back of the head. Delboni finds one. He tries to run, and that is going to be all. DGT escapes with this debate, these rotations. 2 players through underpass. Delboni has eyes on it. He has the M4 on short as well. The boost towards window is going to come out, and they're not looking for it right now. David, he's made his way in. Vent's not broken. Can't go into CT. Player in Palace. DGT, not going to be able to find him. ZQK spins. Lands the headshot. David's inside of jungle. He's going to catch him with his nade out. Denoco goes down. They know ZQK's towards Palace. They know he's under balcony. But are they able to find anything else? Rocks, bottom connector. Throws the Molotov out towards short. Molly towards under balc. The T's are going to be scaling now, and there's 2 CTs here in sight.
If they find the multi-kill, it could all go up in the air. But ZQK, he tries to reposition while Showtime burns alive. There's the first headshot, giving him a good fright. Spams down in towards jungle as well. The human machete cuts his way through them. But Rocks, he wants to rock their world, Davey. Double kill, and it's all on Delboni in a 1v2.
He's dropped into connector. Rocks, not 100% sure where he is, but he seems to have the inkling, maybe heard the footstep. Look.
Watch him win the round, all right?
Dude, okay,
watch him win the round.
I'll watch him win the round.
And then we'll reevaluate, because with the way it started, it could be a possibility. The Deagle, it's going to hit the first. Rocks, he dives into the site, tries to clear around the corner, but the problem is Delboni's on the box and he'll batter you in the back. Max has to make a smooth move now. He's playing behind the pillar, but they're all over the bomb site, and there's a flank in Denoco. And one by one, they're just getting fragged. If he gets a couple of kills in the UMP, that's all I want, Davey. Just 1 or 2. David, he doesn't want them to find any more. The UMP's gone, knows there's a player on the box, but he thought he might have moved off, doesn't clear the angle. Lucan being swung upon, left and right, hits the headshot. Good night, Delboni.
But earlier in the game, it didn't matter. They all had USPs. They just found the kills. But when they've had these upgraded pistols, it has been a problem. Flash comes over, it misses, not going to blind anyone. Rocks finds 2. CK Zhao now lurked out, and can Delboni find it? He can. Gets 1 kill. Eventually gets dropped by Max, and it is just CK Zhao left alive. Has the AK, doesn't have the armor. 1 versus 3. Did find the bomb in T-spawn. Because of that, you can see Max. He doesn't want to push forward. He knows he's there. He knows that he pushed. He's waiting for the cross. The no armor going to make the difference.
Top inside of Palace. Showtime. He's watching it from a distance, ready for the spray down, but can he get the lay down on the round? Does hit the first. That's David done for. It gets a bit awkward with the spacing as well. They're trying to keep their eyes on him. One player's out towards Sandwich, and DGT hits the head.
The headshot found. That is bomb spotted as well, so you can see the collapse on middle from SAO CAETANO. Just clearing everything out, making sure there is no lurks coming in. Reposition from ZQK towards CT spawn. Jumped up into the window. Delboni's here in connector. He's playing around the smoke. The bomb is going to go down. The rotations are coming in slowly, but it gets dropped towards the top of connector. They are all out of smokes now. The flank is on the way, and the spam is perfect. Delboni gets DGT, and that's going to delay that bomb plant. And the longer that it is delayed, the more time Denoco has on the flank, but he goes too early. He drops. And with so much time left, look at now. They've counterflanked them. There's a man in CT spawn. There's an imposter among us.
Uh-oh. He wants to hit the eject button and send ZQK flying into the stratosphere, as he will pop his sphere wide open. That's the head split like a watermelon, and the bomb now going down. Delboni, realizing this round's turned into a bit of a fruit salad, does need to do something huge here from connector. The smoke giving him an angle to peek out, looking up towards ticket booth, but with all the time ticking away, it's leaving him in a really risky predicament. Couple of tags there. Max is low. Does get the adjustment off as well, but as he peeks out, Rocks holds his own. That's a 9-6.
Oh,
can be tasty.
Ninja, Jack. There's a man in Ninja. How often do we see that?
I know. Let's see. If it pays off, it could be gigantic for them. Oh, dink onto the back as well, Max.
No!
Oh, he reveals himself, but he does hit the head. CK's out with the Glock, gonna get him instead. Dives into CT, he's fighting 1 man, but there's 2 more. And somehow they're just getting mauled. How has CK's out killed 2 of them?
The flick over finds a second headshot. They've pushed into the CT spawn. Lucan is here. He's waiting. It's 1 versus 2. CK Zhao. He's inside of the site. He's fighting. He doesn't have the armor. The tags seriously affecting him as Lucan pushes forward. Doesn't even...
Tree-grade cardboard, maybe.
Oh, see,
you
that's
never
different.
Know. Could be different. CK Zhao. He's going to push in for the... lurking around like a slithering snake.
Oh, there's the second player in Palace. He doesn't know. Delboni was baiting. He let his teammate go out, find the opening, take the space. And then he was just waiting for the reaction. Finds the trade, so it is 3 versus 3. 2 players here on short. And 1 man slowly rotating through the market. You can see they actually want to go 2 through market. They're falling back towards the B site, and there's just 1 man in window. The bomb has been planted. The MP9 of Rocks is here in window, and honestly, from the CT side, this is a very awkward retake. They might just decide they don't even want to go for this.
Especially with what we were saying with the buy, right? You just don't really have the money to afford too many risks. Lucan does get slightly lethal, but the problem is Showtime's been buying his time, waiting towards under window. So he now gets the adjustment off, and DGT, he's probably weighing up if he can get the AWP back, if he can also keep his AK, how he wants to opt to play this one. Oh, the jump onto the lip of the window is whips. So Showtime, he backs off into the corner because David's got a read on this. Crosshair placement is looking good. And it could just come down to if the smoke fades, who peeks first.
This angle generally is very T-sided. You can see the side of the body first, but David knows that he swings. Lands the headshot. The jump from CK Zhao is perfect, allows ZQK to get the trade. And now he's lurked up into window, but Max finds him, and this could be the round. This could be the saving grace 9Z needed. They're peeking out. Delboni trying to answer back, does eventually get one. The swing from Max isn't there. Rotation in CT, they don't have the time, they don't have the time. They need to get that bomb planted. ZQK gets the frag, but with 4 seconds left, he's not going to be able to plant it. Has to go for the fake, and eventually loses his life. And not
in a bit wacky. So let's hope that they can play it right. Flashes over the top, David with the deagle. 50 caliber pain delivered straight onto Delboni, but there's the trade back. The AWP with more heft to it will hit the headshot. Still 4 CTs to find, all of them tucked in, playing prop hunt right now. They're getting tags out, but the problem is you can't really convert these kills super easily with the USP. They are dealing damage though, and they're all going to swing onto him together. Had the blade doing the rotate, and that's just Max in a position where it's far too late to find much more. Even a kill is probably the best case scenario. After that, you're probably just going to let this one go. Doesn't quite realize number man on the close angle. Expected a peek from Palace. From behind the back of the sofa, the Tech 9s, the SMG, the one Galil, and David, he wants to shut it down right now. But the problem is the Tech 9 will leave him with a frown as he gets shot. So that's again 9Z having to fight from the back foot with 4 players alive. They will send Rocks in. He's playing behind Ticket Booth. They've got utility as well.
The main problem for the T's here is they threw a smoke wall, which is sort of a throwback to an old strat from like 2014 days. Smoke wall across the site from triple to stairs. They used all of their nades. They re-smoked off Ticket as well. They have no smokes left. Yeah, they have the man advantage, but how are you going to get the bomb down? You have to win out on the fights with the inferior weaponry. The one thing they do have is the CTs. They can't hyper-focus on one spot because they do have only 4 players, right? They're constantly worried about being flanked. You see Lucan here. He can't just hold the site cross because he has to be worried about B, but Max can. He finds 2. The peek out from Lucan doesn't land. Swing from CT. DGT does get 1. Damage has been done as Delboni very low, and it is just him now. 1 versus 2 lands the tag onto Lucan, but not enough to get the kill. Here come the nades. And actually only 1 smoke being thrown early. Second player with the nades. Dropping it late, smoke towards CT. Yep, Molotov towards the back of the site. They're going to rush in, and they should be pushing David here inside of Temple.
So David, he's got a recoil. Spams onto the first. Actually is holding his own towards Temple, because now look at all the CTs marauding their way in. They're going to be sprinting up into your face, and the Glocks aren't going to be hitting. Jump round the corner for Lucan. He's out of ammunition, but Max is still... Especially in Europe, most European teams we see fighting very early for control of lane. Over on that B site, as the boost, David's going to swing back into it. You can see just not comfortable taking those fights. DGT answers back with 1 in middle. The bomb is actually towards the bottom of middle as well. A site has been taken by the T's. They have full control of it, but they've given it up. They've turned around and they're going back, and you can see the rotations from 9Z. It's all going over here towards A. Delboni. He holds to see if the CTs are going to re-enter towards the site whilst the bomb is coming up ramp. They'll clear their angles, they'll play it slow. Max is here, wins out on the 1v1, and this is where it will get rougher. You can now flash over the top and hold them back. The Molotov is in position, but DGT's also got a kill towards middle, so it's just ZQK and Showtime outnumbered, outgunned, and left to try and pick up the pieces. Max on the face will hit the first. Showtime, he goes down in a quick burst, but ZQK wants to slay. Can he leave them on the DECK? As they are going to be scaling towards the donut. It is smoked off. David is playing behind it. They're trying to work in. They're just going to phase it. I don't think they have a flash. Actually, the flash came in from middle, but they don't clear the back. Can he find the second? 2 headshots landed. He's dancing around. He's playing with them. Delboni says, I'm done playing. Lands the headshot.
It is 3 versus 4. They do have control of the A site. The nades need to come in, and the flank is fast.
Max, as long as they buy him time, he can get up in the rear and then really start to punish. Gaps in the smoke as well, so they're going to look through that for a prime opportunity to strike. And Max, he's almost arrived. Finally, pulls up to the party, hits one of the CKs out. Delboni and ZQK, the only 2 alive. Playing together from the cave. All right. Good adjustment from Delboni. Hits the headshot. You can work with this one, though. Ooh, as they clear it, DGT will be able to best him. There is a play from Lucan towards middle. They're going to jump straight on the bomb as well. They know they can't peek him. It wasn't really planted for him. And Lucan hit vintage CS.
Vintage Lucan.
Ooh, DGT. Still doing what he does best, though. If you go for an aggressive take and DGT's there, always going to silence you. So swift. Crosshair placement's always tasty from him. 12-2 so far in the matchup. 3T's grouped up outside a cave. They're going to flash and try and clear it. He is playing Anthony, and it more so just blinds them. Oh, Max mauls them all, cleaves his way through them like a hatchet, and it's just on Delboni towards ramp as he peeks up. Of course, it's DGT. It's the flasher, not the flashy.
Look, no matter who it is, it's not my fault. That's all I know.
Well, you've never done anything wrong.
That's what I'm saying.
Tech9 contact, so they just operate off the back of it. He gets the smoke down and does back off. And again, they're a little bit staggered, so no real room for the Tech9s to cause some trouble. But eventually there's a few frags, all on showtime, and he'll be down by D. And that's what you get. You cheese a map like this, you know, if you both don't play it, it's not going to be squeaky clean. Here they try and fight for mid, but it's mean from DGT and Lucan as they work well together. Lucan on the elevated angle, got support from David. He's going to collapse into the action. And now again, just 2 players sprinting out towards A. ZQK has the AWP, and he'll need to make a heroic play with this weapon if you want to take it 10-5.
Ooh, that smoke's too deep, though. It's going to be a one-way on the right side. David, he might have noticed it, but he doesn't want to take too much advantage of it right now. He's worried. Sprays come in. Rox is holding for the aggression, and the angle's perfect. Finds the headshot onto ZQK, and ZK Zhao answers back, but it's going to go in towards Donut and CT spawn. Is going to isolate these fights. Molotov will come out towards the back of the site. This is very standard. Expected. David actually finds the headshot. Wait, where is that second smoke? Ooh, they missed it. So the smoke has landed inside of the site. They missed the CT smoke. It's not going to matter for them, though. They're still going to be able to get this bomb planted. Actually, no, they're hesitating. They're stopping, and this could be really bad, Jack, because if that donut smoke fades before they get the bomb down, the player in that position could have such huge impact.
And Lucan, he's split between 2 mines, knows that he's got to do some damage here. DGT goes walking up middle, but he's getting a bit muddled towards the donut. Has to thread the needle with the Glock, chasing him around. They're playing Ring Around the Rosies, but Dinoco's making them fall down. And he's turning into a clown now, Davey. This is so weird. The Glock's going to shoot over his head. Lucan finally strikes with a P250, jumps up on the ledge, and he's dead. And it's Rox and CT fighting an unwinnable battle against Delboni.
I think he was floating by people that didn't have it, just like
see ya.
Yeah, fools.
What have you
and
got
you said
there?
it wasn't worth the extra £5.
To be fair, I wonder how much it used to cost. Probably a lot.
I think £5 probably quite a bit of money back
Yeah,
then.
it's like what, 50 grand now?
Yeah, ish.
Around there. Depends on the conversions. And this game could depend on the conversions here for the T's as well, because it's not looking great. Delboni and Showtime picking up the frags, Rox. Sat at CT, knows he can get swung on from Donut, but does hit the head, trying to play behind the box, and David's there. He'll look into Temple, but Rox is doing all the work for him. And somehow this is actually looking like it could be a rub. He runs into the mod.
This is a risky call. It means that they don't want to let 9Z get to 14, right? Because you could force buy here. If you lose it, you eco next. 9Z gets 14, but you do get the gun rounds in. And ZQK getting that kill is actually really important, because that's $300 in the bank. And for him going for the op now, 1,900 bonus off the back of this, you know, 38 plus 19. Yeah, it's going to be 57, which means he can get the...
The word that starts with a J to describe how the game's now going is quite juicy. But ZQK, he wants to come in and be quite jammy with the MP9. Max in the back line will hit the headshot onto Dinoco. So again, you've got a 4 versus 3 to work with. And this is contending to match point.
And good amount of map control taken as well. See, it's forced the CTs to have to worry about this middle play. They're trying to collapse on it. The player pushing up with Donut as the player in red takes the fight. Delboni drops because Showtime got smoked off right as they were about to collapse. Making it so there was no chance for a trade, no chance to fight together. The crossfire they had planned completely shut down, and Showtime tries to catch the timing, but DGT is too aware of it. And the man has 31 kills at this point, Jack.
Yeah, he has just been on a tear. It's like a kid at Christmas. And for CKZAO, I don't think he'll be getting much of a present out of this round. Bomb goes down, fires off the warding shot. They're going to peek into him, and they are giving him the 1v1s. They're isolated on the site as well because the flank's coming in from DGT, but he's not arrived just yet. So all on CKZAO to somehow pick up this round as he peeks DGT.
The B site, the full execute will be there. And they don't really have the nades for a retake, and they're playing so passive that this execute should work out in favor of the T's. The counter smoke is good, but Rox runs straight through it. He gets in, they clear out the whole thing. Boost is there, DGT's holding for it. And look at this, they're all there, but they're all stuck behind the smokes.
You just got to wait for it to fade. There's nothing you can really do. You've got one player on the flank. By the time he arrives, the entire team could be taken down because they're going for individual fights. Showtime on the 5-7 at least gets one. But all in all, with Lucan getting that frag onto ZQK, it seems like it will just be a matter of time until 9Z get their 16th, take the 2-0 in the series, and walk away with the win here. Spam out through Cave. Rox with a right hook and the uppercut to close it down. Good night to Showtime. Goodbye.